and a good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the tube. How are today? Hope you're feeling grand and all is well in your world. Welcome to an acoustic demo, everybody. Oh my gravy lords! Got an acoustic again. What's going on? So this is my, I believe it's a 90s, but I can't be 100% sure. But this is my Hohner Western series acoustic guitar. It did initially have a Hohner logo on the top of the headstock, but I didn't like the shape of the headstock, so I remodeled it. I actually prefer it like this, people, to be perfectly honest with you. I've changed out the machine heads as well. It's actually got shallers on it, which are a lot better than the originals. The originals, like the 6 in a line you get on like classical guitars, they weren't very good. But these shallers are amazing, and they're fairly old shallers as well. And they came off a Gibson. I forget what the model is now. I actually demoed it years ago. But these were actually given to me by my friend Richard, who took these off that Gibson that was his and gave them to me to put on this. So thank you, Richard. These are amazing. So, people tube, this guitar I bought from Cash Converters in about 2017, I want to say. Something like 2017, maybe 2018, maybe even before. I don't actually remember. But I bought it on on an impulse, really. I saw it in the window, and I wanted a Martin-style, big-bodied kind of dreadnought acoustic, like Rory Gallagher's. I wanted the one with the 2 dots on the 7th or 5th fret, and obviously the 12th. And I wanted just a big-bodied acoustic because I only had my Tanglewood, which is small-bodied. I wanted something with a bit more depth and less mids, a bit more kind of evened out. And this was in the local Cash Converters in town. And I drove past, saw it, immediately was drawn to it. Just like, I didn't love it straight away, and I'll get to that in a minute. And went in, bought it, and immediately realised the action was like that high, and it was kind of unplayable and wouldn't stay in tune. And it was just a bit of a nightmare, to be honest with you, Pikachu. Anyway, I took it to the local luthier, who I take a lot of my guitars to for guitar refrets and anything that I can't do myself, mainly refrets though, because he specialises in acoustics. Anyway, I gave him this guitar, and basically what he did was he sanded this part of the bridge down, because this part of the bridge, the actual wood here, it's actually maple as well, and it's actually a maple fretboard that's actually been painted black. It's got this kind of lacquer over the fretboard. It's actually a maple neck underneath, but it's painted black. Not to be confused with Rolling Stones song. And the same thing goes with the bridge piece of wood here. It's actually maple. You can kind of see where the black's worn away. So what he did, he sanded this back down to get the action lower, because the action was, like I say, like a mile high. I've got to say, I do like the lighting in this room. Change the subject altogether. But he sanded this down, made a new bridge, and redid the pickup, and basically did what he could. And when... new nut as well, because the old nut was just knacked. Anyway, when I went to pick this guitar up, I just picked it up, and he goes, yeah, I've done what I can with it, and I just played a G. And I was like, you what? Like, because it really rings. And it literally, this is the best acoustic I have for playing. Like, the way it feels to play is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Like I say, I don't know if you'll be able to see in the light. You can see the fretboard just shines because it's actually lacquered. Like I say, it's actually a maple board under there. But this is the easiest acoustic guitar I think I've ever played in my life. And I really like the way it sounds. it's everything I wanted in a big-bodied acoustic at the time. And even to this point, to be honest with you. It's just gorgeous, and it is electric as well. It does have a preamp in it. It's got the battery compartment, XLR jack, but the neck is fantastic. It's really skinny neck. The action's not a million miles high. It's just fantastic. This guitar is just absolutely amazing. And again, I'm not really a big acoustic guy, but I've got the acoustics I want. Like I said, I've got my 12-string there, which I've demoed. I've got my Mountain Martin ripoff there. But this is another Martin ripoff, and it feels great. And I've got my Tanglewood, and they all do different things. But this is by far the easiest acoustic that I have to play. It's just so easy to get around, but it don't feel like an electric. It still feels like an acoustic guitar. Sometimes acoustic guitars can be easy to get around because they feel like an electric guitar, but it isn't so with this one. This still has that acoustic guitar feel, but it's just easy. It just lets you do what you want to do on it. It's just amazing. And again, I just love the way it rings. And it's really touch sensitive. It's just glorious. Absolutely glorious. There is one problem with it, people too, that we couldn't rectify. The low E string is very low powered. The pickup is very low powered. So when you do play like this guitar through an amp, which you'll see in a minute, I do it like I'm going to do an outro jam on it in a bit. The low E string's quite quiet, so you kind of lose that. But it is still there, but it's not particularly loud. But it is still there, and it's dealable. It's not a deal breaker. But like I say, this guitar initially, like I say, I kind of regretted it initially until John Lavoie got his hands on it, and then I was literally like, this is going nowhere. And I do have, the acoustics I have, I'm so happy with them. Like I say, they mostly live on the walls or in cases. I don't really play acoustic a great deal, but I do love acoustics. And again, I need them, you know what I mean, for different things, for recording or for playing live. Or for whatever, I need good acoustic guitars. Invariably, this one's in E flat. This one's in E flat. The Mountain there is in standard tuning, and my Tanglewood is either in E flat or D standard. Because again, different tunings and which what. But this guitar is fantastic, and I say that guitar is fantastic, and the Tanglewood's fantastic, and the echo in the corner there is fantastic, and I'm just so happy with you. And funny enough, I'm not even looking for any acoustic guitars anymore. Like after this one, after I bought the CF Mountain, I was just like, I'm set. I just literally, I've got 2 nylon strings that I love. I've got 4 steel strings that I love. That's me sorted. I've got a really nice 12 string. I've got 3 really nice 6-string acoustics that do different things. They all sound different as well, and they've all got different personalities, and it's amazing. Anyway, enough waffle, Pikachu. Like I say, this is the Hohner Western series. It's made in Korea, these are. And again, this one's had a bit of a hard life. It's very, very dinted and dented up. It's not like a factory showroom condition. If I'm trying to get the light somewhere around here, there's an amazing dent. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. There's a huge scratch right into the wood. I look blue, don't I? That's cool. I'm a Smurf today. Anyway. Again, in the room, it just sounds fantastic. It really does. If I don't hit it too hard. And it just records really nicely as well. If you're doing recording, this guitar works so well. Even like just at the DI. I might get another pickup put in this actually soon, to be honest with you. I'm kind of tempted to get the pickup changed so it can be a bit more even with that low E. So that might happen soon. I might get it changed to a passive pickup as well, not active, so I don't have to worry about batteries, because that's got a passive pickup in it, and it sounds amazing. So, but anyway, PeopleTube, hope you enjoy what I'm going to play on this thing. And again, I've been meaning to demo this for ages and ages and ages. I just haven't got round to it. But here we are now, and it's better late than never. So yeah, this is my Hohner Western Series acoustic. It's fantastic. If you see one of these things and you're in the market for like a Martin-esque acoustic, you can't go much more wrong. You can't go much more wrong. You can't go wrong with one of these things. You know, I need to go now and beat my head against the wall because, silly boy. Anyway, yeah, these things are amazing, and they're normally really cheap as well. And again, just to get it right, it doesn't take a great deal of work, and once they're right, my gravy, are they right? Anyway, hope you enjoyed this vid, PeopleTube. If you like the videos I do on this channel, please consider becoming a patron at Patreon. Link to that in the description box below. It's what keeps this channel going, as well as links to my Bandcamp where you can listen to my music. That's in the description box below as well. Other than that, hope you enjoyed the noise this thing's going to make. We were going through my Marshall, the AS50R in the corner there, and I was also using the Afterneath pedal by Earthquaker Devices for some kind of crazy ambience. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this vid, and I'll see you again for another one soon on Friday for a very cool looking guitar that's over there, but you're not allowed to see it yet. But I will see you on Friday for that, and yeah, until then, have a great morning, afternoon, good evening. Goodbye now.